Phantom Journeys podcast with your mortal hosts, Matt McGurk and Kid Smith. Join us as we uncover paranormal mysteries, thrilling tales, and the legends that scare us the most.
This podcast is brought to you by the Alien Soda Company, your connection to pop culture and paranormal-themed merch. AlienSodaCompany.shop for all things out of this world.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Matt, we're back.
Yeah, so we're back and we're ready for another fantastic episode.
I'll hold out. I think they're all fantastic, but I'll hold out to hear it till I hear it first. No,
well, you know,
they're all fantastic.
It's been such a crazy 5 months, and we have so many things to catch up on. Are you still playing Starfield?
So, not only was there hiatus from the podcast, there was a hiatus from Starfield.
Oh.
I went through a withdrawal. I was in treatment center. I was all that because I'm purely addicted.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no. So I had to make my first character playthrough. I somehow got a corrupted file, and I couldn't get the game to...
Is that again, or that's what happened?
That's what happened. And I couldn't get it. And so that, and then my wife and I moved to Simi Valley, and, you know, things just kind of got put on the back burner.
Yeah.
But then I finally got it hooked up, and then I started a new player, and then had to do some things, but I finally am back into it. I'm in my second playthrough with this character for, you know, I'm in my second dimension, you know, in G+.
All right, very cool.
And I'm doing good. I was actually up till about 1 o'clock in the morning last night, or this morning.
Yeah.
Playing Starfield again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I'm getting hooked once more. Yeah.
Sounds good.
How about you?
You know what? I do, and I want to give a shout out to a game company that I've been playing recently. It's actually really fun. So technically, this is a small free advertisement for them, but you know what?
That a second one's going to cost you.
Yeah, exactly. I've been playing a game called Repo on the PC, on Steam.
Okay.
Basically, you're just little kind of like robots, and you go into this house and you steal stuff. And then you have to avoid monsters, and you have to like coordinate with your group. And
monsters are the anti-theft system for the house.
Pretty much. There's actually a little story to it if you play it long enough. But no, it is a really fun game, and we've been playing it for a couple of months.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what is it called?
Repo.
REPO. Oh, like a repo man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So are they actually thieves, or are they repoing things that are getting repossessed?
You play like little kind of android robots. They're weird. They're not really human. They're like yeah, and like you have to steal stuff and make sure the tax man gets his money. And then you know it's
always really, the man holding down the robot.
There's always somebody. Other than that, I've been selling drugs.
What?
In video games.
Oh yeah.
A game called Schedule 1. You know what? We were bored one night and we're like, hey, let's check out this game, see what's up. Like, all right. So we started off. You sell some marijuana, and then after a while you get into hard drugs. And, you know, it's a good time management game, really, about resources and stuff like that.
So you're learning how to balance the checkbook by selling drugs on a video game.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It's really fun. We like to play a lot of games. So
all those digital people's lives are ruined just for you to have fun. Got it.
Hey, you know, you do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. So So like I was saying in our first episode, like I've just been paying more attention to writing and stuff like that.
Good.
Yeah. So I've had some small life changes myself. We won't get into right now. But it's given me the opportunity to really kind of write a bit better and stuff like that.
So our first episode back, you were talking about the book that you wrote. I actually started writing again.
Yeah.
Back again now that I got a place.
Very
I actually got a little man cave now with a place where I can actually...
have a little writer studio.
I can go in and write without being distracted, because before the place we were in for like 20 years, it wasn't really a place that I could really just sit down and not be distracted by something outside or something in the house or a pup or something. You know?
Yeah.
But I've been writing this story for a while now. I hated to see when the last save date was, or the first save date was when I first started it. But it's called Something Weird in the Holler.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And so it has to do with
aliens.
Yeah. So I got to writing on that again. So I was enjoying.
So when you're writing your books or whatever, do you ever like throw in like, I don't know, like say a character's reading something in a newspaper? Do they have newspapers anymore? Or like the internet, he's on the internet or something like that, and he's looking up like aliens out of company or something. You know?
Oh, throw my own stuff in there? No.
I never think of stuff like that. You know, it's
to me that seems a little cheap.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of like references. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of references and stuff.
No,
like
I mean,
well,
but I've used things like he picked up. I wrote a story where the guy had to debate whether he was actually going to buy a soda because he was a Coke drinker and all he had was Pepsi or something like that.
And all he had was
I really don't throw in. Yeah, I really don't throw in too many references unless it's really essential to the story.
Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. You can't have like a zombie apocalypse and suddenly he's like, you know, reading a newspaper from, or like listening to Phantom Journey's podcast because.
Well, I'd like to think we were still podcasting during the zombie.
That'd be weird. Let's interview the zombie. How was your day?
I understand you like brains. What is about the brains that you like? Brains. Really? I never knew that. See, I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I think we could do it.
A man of not many words. So, Ken, we're jumping into the episode.
Because it's freaking hot.
It is. It's starting to warm up a little bit. It's
in the studio, it's not too bad, but you walk outside, it's like,
oh yeah,
it's like we've moved to Hades.
That's true. Plus, we're surrounded by fans. I mean, not the kind of fans we do want to be surrounded, but we do have plenty of air-flowing fans in this room.
And if you are a fan of the Phantom Journeys podcast, let us know. Go to our website at phantomjourneys.com. Leave us a comment. Tell us your ghost story. Tell us your alien abduction. Tell us whatever your experience is. We want to hear about it.
Yes, absolutely.
And you might be on the show.
Absolutely. So sit back. Enjoy.
If I sit back, I can't reach the mic. For them.
For them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sit back.
You're grab yourself close. A nice beverage, maybe, maybe a cup of tea, cup of coffee, something like that. You know, we're gonna go to a quick ad break, and when we come back, we will start the episode.
I thought we started the episode.
I mean, the actual episode, not just us waffling on about our lives.
I thought whenever I talk into this thing, I was starting an episode.
This is live, and we're just live right now. And the whole world can hear you right now. No, can't.
All this thing got mic shy. the whole world?
The whole world?
Oh, no.
Alrighty. Going to break.
Even death needs a break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Warning. Warning. Alien Soda Company has interrupted this broadcast with an important message.
Alien Soda Company is your connection for pop culture and paranormal themed shirts, posters, mugs, art, and so much more. Alien Soda Company has the merch you've been looking for. AlienSodaCompany.shop. That's AlienSodaCompany.shop. For all things out of this world. Use coupon code PHANTOM for 10% off your entire purchase.
And we're back. We're back.
We're back?
We're back.
Okay.
Like Ghostbusters 2, we're back.
We're back. I don't know if they could actually get the Statue of Liberty to walk, but it was a fun movie.
Yeah. I mean,
they had special magic goo.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, there is that special goo. You know, makes
Anyways, let's move on.
Ken, if there's one thing I love more than anything in the paranormal realm,
it's leprechauns.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, you got it. You're Irish.
All right, sorry.
It's
I interrupted.
the topic of the Poltergeist.
They only move the headstones, man.
The name itself comes from German folklore which can be described as the rumbling ghost or a noisy ghost.
Sorry.
I got a rumbling in my tumbling.
I was going to say, I've been in the studio when we've had a poltergeist there.
Yes, that is very true. You know, actually, before I get into this episode, I know this is really bad just to kind of cut off my script right here, but I've been seeing shit lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like really fucking
Where?
weird shit in this house.
Okay.
So, a couple of days ago...
In the studio?
No. Actually, yes, but also in this house. In the studio.
Okay,
sorry,
the house. The studio's in the
studio.
house.
Sorry, not the house. The house is in the studio, right?
Anyway,
so
the studio moved from the garage to an actual room in the house.
Exactly. We're moving up in the world, quite literally. Second floor. I was at my fridge and...
Okay, but before we go into that, you had mentioned a couple of things in the past. So you're saying that the activity is amped?
Yeah.
And it's more active?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we were on an episode once,
and
you saw a shadow figure near, sitting right next to you.
That's true. For a minute. And it was a couple of months ago. I seen a woman walk from my laundry room, straight down the hall, and I thought it was Kim. And I asked her. I was like, "Hey, where are you?" She was, "I'm in another room." I was like, "Okay, did you just walk down the hallway?" No. And I seen she had like a pair of like what would look like 80s style kind of like sweatpants. Okay. Like workout pants kind of thing. And that's what it was like.
Leg warmers?
Yeah, kind of thing.
Nice. I love that style of the 80s. Hello.
It was like that purple with the yellow squiggly lines on it. You know,
okay. Yeah.
It was just really weird. But that was ages ago. Wasn't really paying attention.
But you saw something in the kitchen.
So I was in the kitchen and I was near like my fridge and my toaster was kind of near each other. I was making toast, and I seen like someone behind me.
Were you putting butter on the toast?
No.
You're just making toast.
Just toast.
Just dry toast.
Well, I was gonna put jam on it.
With no butter?
Yeah, I used to put a lot of butter on my toast in Ireland, but I don't do it here. I don't know why.
Something in crossing the ocean.
I don't like American butter.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
Anyway, you saw something in the kitchen.
It's like this fella has like fucking
leave
ADHD.
It Ken to little just give out distractions.
Yes, ADHD Ken. That's what his new name.
What are we talking about?
I was in the kitchen at a toaster, and I seen someone behind me, and I went to turn around and see who it was, and there was no one there. It was, but I seen like, you know, in your peripheral, you see someone walk by. It's like a black shadow. Like, all right, whatever. And then I was walking. I think I was walking into my room,
the studio,
and I seen a shadow behind me, and I turned around thinking it was, you know, her or whatever, and she wasn't there. There was nothing there. I was like, whatever. Last night I was in bed and I was talking, and I seen a black shape move this way, like towards the computer from like here.
Okay.
And I was like, the fuck was that? You don't know, say.
I
don't know. It's happening a lot more often though.
So I'm not, and this is not a distraction from your experiences, but a lot of distractors, a lot of people that are skeptic will say, well, you're under a lot of stress, you're just imagining it.
That's true. That could be a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I will not rule that out.
Well, I mean, I'm not discounting your experience. I'm just saying that's some people might be listening would say.
Right, well, you know what? It could be a thing.
Have you noticed anything like moving on its own or
no?
No.
It's always black shadows.
Okay, and so prior to activity increasing, did you notice these same people occasionally in the past?
I mean, other than seeing that head in the garage, no.
Okay, the shadow
thing in the garage.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But these ones are moving. They're like walking or moving.
Do you hear footsteps?
No,
do you hear like?
That's what you kind of like. The fuck's on there?
Because when you were mentioning around the toaster, you felt like I've had that happen before. Yeah. And I actually, when you said that, I actually forgot about this. But there was one time I was at work, not where I currently work now, but a different place. And I've mentioned this place on previous episodes where the mimic or the trickster ghost
Yeah.
would take the form of me and some other
That's
people
right,
that worked
yeah,
there. So
yeah.
that same place. When you mentioned that, it reminded me of an experience I hadn't even thought about in a long time. But I was standing at a counter and realized there's a shadow being cast onto like a human shaped shadow.
Right.
Was being cast onto the counter from behind me, and I wasn't blocking the shadow.
Right.
But then you turn around and it's like nothing there, and the light wasn't just right. But there was the light wouldn't have even cast a shadow in that way, but there was a human shaped shadow hitting the counter in front of me, and then you're like, okay, that creeped me out, and I forgot about that one until you mentioned it. It's like, oh wow, yeah, it's like what happened to me.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Anyways, let's.
What better place to have a Phantom Journeys podcast than a haunted studio?
The haunted studio.
The haunted studio.
One day, paranormal investigators will come here and want to investigate the studio
while they're being guests.
Yes.
No, but you want to be careful because you know this, that you never want to investigate your own home.
That's true. Yeah.
There's certain things that because you got to stay there. It's not like you and certain things that you come across or find out. You're like, I was better off not knowing that or steering that up.
Well, yeah. I get that. So let's get into this episode real quick.
That's what we said about an hour ago.
I know.
Let's get into this real quick.
So, most ghosts are visual. The sight of a floating person we was just talking about, or a face popping out of a doorway would frighten you if you saw it, right?
Yes.
The poltergeist is something unique, and to me personally, when it comes to the scare factor, at first it plays with your imagination. Like, did I just see that?
Exactly.
Right. And if it happens again, then it's the same kind of scare factor. A normal ghost or a repeating floating vapor, as Dr. Ray Stantz would say. You could be sitting there and suddenly feel something biting you or hitting you or poking you, even tripping you.
I felt things touch me before that weren't there, and you start wondering, like, okay, maybe I just moved my shirt.
Yeah, well, that is
something.
Yeah, that is a possibility because.
But then there are other times like, no, something just grabbed my shoulder.
Well, yeah, no, the grabbing or whatever is good, but you got to remember that like you'll have muscle spasms randomly as well.
True.
Yeah, like
especially when you're in a situation where you're kind of jumpy to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between feeling a hand like or a pressure on your shoulder or a finger poking you, then there's like the difference between a spasm and a
right. Yeah,
let's hope it's a finger, but
not to take away from the episode, but you made me think that also that I've always been told by people that I have this energy about me and I've always felt like I've attracted spirits.
Yeah,
and there'd be times where like, oh, such and such is hanging out around me, and just to find out that it's a family member that passed a week ago, and we didn't know it until that point.
Right, true.
So I've had that happen where such and such has passed, and no, they're fine, and then find out that they have.
Yeah.
So I've always felt like there's times in my life where I've had spirits that hang with me for a while before they go somewhere or move on or whatever. I don't know.
True.
There was one time, I kid you not, for about 3 to 4 months, I felt like I had a constant someone holding my left hand.
Huh.
And it's been probably about 10 years ago.
Oh, I was going to say, like, it was between, like, we didn't record and you just missed me a lot.
Well,
not that we're like that.
We don't hold hands to begin with, but
yeah, I just realized I was like, hang on a second, what?
But it was a time where I was going through a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So
you felt like
I felt like somebody was there to
just like being with you
to comfort me.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
It was about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
and it really felt like someone, and it wasn't like holding my hand like palm to palm. It felt like a hand over the back of my hand holding me, like just be there, just be. I'm with you. You know? Yeah. I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, that is possible. That is very possible.
But anyway,
a lot of things can become like foul smells, spontaneous fires, or electrical issues, such as flickering lights, can also be attributed to a poltergeist activity. So basically, Los Angeles has a poltergeist in the summer.
I was gonna say there must be a poltergeist in my garage because I got an electrician coming in to fix it.
And no, you cannot blame a poltergeist if you fart and don't own it.
What are you looking at me for?
Because there's no one else in this room
That you can see.
that I can see.
That you can see.
The issue comes when the activity...
We need to start selling tickets then.
We do. Yeah. Come see the magical poltergeist.
Oh no! Just come see the Phantom Journeys podcast, and we start charging the ghosties tickets.
That is true. Oh, jeez. Yeah. What would they pay with their soul?
Ghostly money.
Ghostly money?
Yeah.
Ghost money, is that the stuff from Japan that you're born?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of that. Is it Japan or sorry, it's probably China actually.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah. So the issue comes when the activity becomes a problem for you or other people in your environment. Some families live in the same environment as a ghost, knowing the strange things happens, but can't fully prove it or try to explain it. It's when the strange things affect people outside of your home that cases start to pop up. When neighbours call the police to complain about flickering lights, strange noises, smells, and things that move on their own when the people that they know are not at home.
Yeah. Like they think they have a burglar and it's really not.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we're going to be looking into the Enfield poltergeist between this episode and the next one, because the Enfield poltergeist case is a strange one by far. But I want to investigate other reported cases from around the world first.
Okay.
So we're going to be going to Germany for this one, for the first one.
Hey, they're the ones that came up with the name Poltergeist, even.
That's true. There you go.
Oh, you see ghosts in Germany.
I may butcher the name of this, and I do apologize. Bingen and Rhein is a small port town in the Rhineland-Palace state of southwestern Germany during the 9th century.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. Would that be 800?
Yeah.
It's always an extra 100 years.
Yeah, because right now we're in the 21st century and it's only the 20s. Yeah.
So according to the chronicles of the Annals of Fulda, which are basically historical records from medieval Germany, work written by churchmen and combined for the history books. Most records would tell of wars and political changes, deaths of leaders and kings, famines, storms, and unnatural events, religious matters, omens, miracles, and demonic activity. Well, you got to throw in that.
You got to throw in the demonic activity, or you don't have a cellar. It's like the clincher, the thing to get your medieval historical documents sold.
That's true. Reports recorded that an evil spirit tormented a village near Bingen by throwing stones at houses and people, striking walls like hammers, voices revealing secrets such as missing people or objects.
Psst, hey, buddy. You want to know a secret? Who said that?
Yeah. Like, hey, there's a body in your house. Like, no,
there's a body in the house. I put it there. Who said that?
Yeah. So you would hear people arguing more than usual and causing fires wherever a certain person had come from. So, like, Steve was walking home from the church and suddenly there was a fire in the church. Like, everyone's going to blame Steve.
Yeah.
Especially in the 8th century. Like,
I blame Steve too.
You can't blame electrical issues back then.
No. It's either Steve or demonic activity.
That is true. I wonder, can you say no, it was a demon?
The devil made me.
People just believe it?
The devil made me do it.
Not just the devil doing
then
it.
They'd put him in that chair and drown him in the river for being possessed.
Yeah.
Steve, just don't set the fire.
Who started the fire? It was Steve.
It was Steve. That's it. Just Steve.
I didn't start the fire. I didn't start the fire. It was Steve. So a man and his wife had to flee the village after being accused of starting a fire. The villagers summoned the priest and the deacons from Minsk, who arrived carrying crosses and religious relics.
As they do back then.
Right? Yes. I just imagine seeing this, like, priest walking with a huge cross.
What if we forget? I see, when you said that, I imagine calling the priest and inviting him over for dinner.
Yeah.
And then here's this whole procession, him coming down the street, carrying the big cross, and this band. Like, oh, really? Do we really have to have the priest over again?
Yeah. So, during the attempted exorcism, The chronicler explained that stones continued to fly and injured several people approaching one of the affected houses. The disturbances were said to have continued for approximately 3 years, ending only after the fires destroyed much of the settlement.
Well, some little angry ghost was angry people.
Yeah. The people involved would not have used the word poltergeist. The chronicler interpreted the disturbance through the medieval Christian worldview and described the case as an evil or apostate spirit. However, the reported combination of unexplained knocking, throwing stones, voices, fires, physical attacks, and the activity affecting the community closely resembles what later generations would classify as poltergeist phenomena. Phenomena. Yeah. There's two guys with ADHD on podcast, probably not a great idea.
Actually, there's another podcast that actually plays the music every time they say the word
really?
phenomena. Yeah.
We can't use that now because they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We didn't steal it. It just sounded like something,
Which is
I thought you said it was just a video game.
What?
Your drugs.
Oh yeah. I know, right? I gotta get in the zone, man. It's actually stuffy as crap up here. That's the downside. Which is very interesting if you have somewhat of an idea of as to why this might happen. I don't want to build anticipation, but I'm trying to bring some structure to this episode.
That's the last thing we have right now.
I know,
structure.
right? I just wanted a cool story to kick us off with. The first poltergeist story was not about a frightened teenager in a suburban home. It was about an entire medieval village being slowly turned against itself by stones, voices, accusations, and fire. Fire. Hey, fire. The next story brings us to England in 1661. The drummer of Tedworth.
Ooh.
In 1661.
How come we don't have titles like that anymore?
What?
Like this guy's known the drummer of Tedworth, whereas I want to be known as let's see. I don't know what I want to be known for.
Well,
that's why I don't have a title. Okay, I answered my own question.
You'd be the writer of Chatsworth.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you? The podcaster of Chatsworth.
Okay.
You'd be the
okay, so for those of you that don't know, my normal day job is I work for a company that makes sex toys, so I guess I would be the slinger of dildos. Okay.
Anywho,
we'll move on from that one. Ken Smith, the slinger of dildos.
The packer of dildos. Wait a minute.
No, that's completely different. That's not a title.
Pack this in your
what? So 1661, the magistrate, the drummer of Tedworth.
Yes. Okay. So in 1661, magistrate John Mompesson encountered a wandering drummer named William Drury in Loganshall. Drury asked for money. He was a drummer. He played on the streets, stuff like that. But while he was speaking to Mompesson, I'm not saying that guy's name right. Mompesson?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. He was asked to show his documents, and Mompesson believed they were fake. Drury...
Show me your papers.
Yeah, pretty much.
These are not in order.
This is page 1, 6, 4, 3.
You need to get your papers in order and then hand them back to me.
Drury was arrested and his drum was confiscated.
What, the guy can't walk around with a drum and...
He should have sold the drum to himself, so maybe, Later accounts, Drury threatened Mompesson for taking his drums, and soon after, Mompesson's home began to do some strange things. Loud drumming coming from inside and outside the house.
That's because he stole the guy's drum.
Yeah. Knocking and scratches behind the walls. Moving objects from one room to another and moving on their own, obviously. Strange noises that seem to respond to people. One of the most famous claims was the invisible drummer that appeared to respond when people tapped in rhythms. Tapping with your foot next to your bump.
Hey, who are you?
Yeah, that's what they band together. People believed that the drummer had used witchcraft or said a spirit was punishing one person. However, not everyone was convinced. Most believed the events may have been an exaggerated trick or a prank. His children may have tried to create noises, and the story escalated. Which usually
Dad, I don't want to go to bed. I'll get you, Dad.
Playing with his drum kit is like, where are those drums coming from? The kid's like, bump it, like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna start scratching on the walls.
I mean, those walls are thick, and we're talking England.
It's true.
I mean,
it's not like it was a wrap behind the drywall.
Yeah, you'd need like a friggin' rake at the wall or something, big metal rake. When most people imagine a poltergeist, they picture an old house, frightened children, and objects flying around dark rooms. But in 1967, something different happened in a small Bavarian town of Rosenheim in Germany. The location wasn't a haunted mansion or an abandoned building.
It was a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It was a lawyer's office.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. And things began behaving strangely. That wasn't just furniture. There were telephones, lights, electrical systems, and machines. The events took place in the law offices of attorney Sigmund Adam in Rosenheim and Bavaria.
Or business was just a little slow, and he would have thought of a convenient way to get business.
That is true. But 1967, I mean, I don't know. Especially for a lawyer, especially if you're trying to, I mean, that wouldn't be how you kind of get business.
I guess that would be, yeah, come to the lawyer who sees things moving in his office.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I get. Maybe he wasn't a ploy to get business.
So at first, employees thought they were dealing with normal technical issues, but the problems became increasingly strange. Light bulbs reportedly exploded. Fluorescent lights,
cheap bulbs.
Fluorescent lights switching on and off repeatedly. Lights were found twisted or unscrewed. Loud bangs were heard. Electrical circuits reported failed, and the office telephone system began behaving strangely. Now, 1967, yeah, light bulbs are going to explode all the time.
No, I don't know about exploding, but I mean, they definitely would pop. I mean, they would blow out.
You have the wrong. I mean, that's the thing. They all thought it was just technical issues.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that would be an expensive electrician visit.
Yeah. So you're not really getting people in if you're like.
And he would, but I mean, the fluorescent lights switched off. I mean, that could be a bad ballast.
Yeah, exactly.
Lights found twisted or unscrewed.
I mean,
yeah. Loud bangs. Well, that was your electrical box blowing up.
That's true. So the telephone problems were especially unusual. Employees reported multiple phones ringing at the same time. That's usually got to do with like you're busy. But
I mean, they're on the same line.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in an office and when one phone rings, they all ring?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, unless you have an operator, which you should have had then. Calls unexpectedly ending. Calls appearing on records that staff claim they did not make.
I don't know who called that 900 number. Must have been a ghost because I didn't call that 900 sex line. I'm just saying.
See, I was thinking like, what the hell is the 900 number? Because we use 1-800 in Ireland. So.
Well, okay. So during the 90s, you dial a 1-900 number.
Okay.
This is what I've read from reports. I don't know this for sure. And then for $2 to $5 a minute, you could talk to
an awful lot of this.
Special friend. Hey, I was around in the 90s and broke.
That was 67. It's not in the 90s. Yeah, I don't think they had those numbers back then. Were they?
I was just saying that. I don't know who made that phone call. I didn't make that call.
Yeah.
I think it was a 90s thing, actually.
Okay.
I don't think they're even allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, at first, the office assumed there was an electrical fault. The power company was contacted, and then the police became involved.
Okay, whoa. How do you go from calling the power company to an electrician to... What's the police going to do? Yeah, your light bulbs are flickering. What am I supposed to do about it?
Call the police. Okay.
Okay.
We have flickering lights and we need a police officer.
Yeah, I don't... okay, anyway.
Eventually, researchers from the Freiburg Institute for Border Areas of Psychology and Mental Hygiene investigated the claims. I probably butchered that.
No, I like the term
Freiburg.
mental hygiene. I mean, like,
That's-
makes
that's
me
a
think
little-
someone like just tops the top of my
Just
scalp off
scrubs
and
your
just
brain.
gives me a little nice little
I know.
soapy massage on my brain.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this case was that they believed there was technical issues and must be a logical explanation. During the investigation, the attention was focused on a 19-year-old office employee named Anne-Marie Scoborough. Investigators reported that many of the disturbances seemed to be connected with her presence. They claimed events increased when she was nearby. Some activity appeared to decrease with distance from her, and when she eventually left the offices, the disturbance reportedly stopped.
Scapegoat.
Scapegoat, maybe, but it does kind of lead into some stuff later on that we will go over
True,
about the
that is
psychology of
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. This
And actually, I'm sure people listening right now is like, wow, those guys sound like skeptical. I'm like, no,
we are.
I-
I am definitely skeptical.
skeptical, but I believe that there are poltergeist cases.
Yes, I am.
But
I
you
am-
have to
I'm-
rule out the obvious first.
exactly as a paranormal as a paranormal investigator.
He hasn't been drinking at
I
all yet.
must be skeptical first.
True.
That's how you
True.
need to be. Not every bang is a ghost. Ah,
That was me. That was
that was a ghost. Shut up.
No. Oh
That
yeah,
was a
that was a ghost. Yeah.
This led parapsychologist Hans Bender to suggest the possibility of recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis, or RSPK.
RSPK.
The idea that unconscious psychological stress might somehow produce physical effects.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that. For
Yeah.
Sure. The Rosenheim poltergeist remains one of the most debated cases in paranormal history. To believers, it was a rare example of something beyond their understanding being studied by science. To skeptics, it was a reminder that strange events still require ordinary explanations before extraordinary ones.
In which we kind of did as you read this, that
Yeah,
we kind of had answers for,
yeah.
but we weren't there.
Exactly. But perhaps the most interesting part of the Rosenheim was not that it happened to officers, but it leaves a question: if the human mind can influence how we experience reality, where does psychology end and the unhinged begin? After 100 years of poltergeist reports, investigators began to notice something strange. The activity did not always seem to be attached to a house, but attached to a person. Instead of asking, what spirit is haunting this location, researchers began to ask, why does this phenomenon seem to follow certain individuals?
Because they're big fat fakers. No, I'm just joking. That was a joke.
One of the biggest observations in poltergeist research is the disturbances often seem to be connected to one person, frequently a child or a teenager, and some researchers studying reported cases in particular of a certain individual often appeared in the center of the activity. So a teenager moves into a house, strange activities begin. The teenager leaves and the reports decrease or stops. The house itself is not the source, but the person, the individual.
And
So real quick, this led the ideas actually no, say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, and it's usually tied to teenagers
Yeah.
because of the changes that
The psychological effects of what's happening
Puberty.
in the environment.
that
Yeah,
was the word. That was the word I was.
That was the
looking for.
word. I was trying to help you out. But then you got it.
And
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Yes. Yes.
But the change, but the psychological, hormonal, and the mental changes that come to teenagers during puberty is able to affect their emotional surrounding.
Yeah, exactly.
Through telekinesis.
Yeah, so like the emotional stress is one of the biggest things, especially
there's usually-
with teenagers because
And this is what, not to interrupt, sorry, but it's what interests me in a lot of the poltergeist cases, that if you look, there's always an underlying stress factor in the house.
yeah,
Not just a teenager
yeah,
going through, puberty or adolescence, there's always the family issue or a financial issue or some kind of underlying stress that seems to
Yeah.
also affect the telekinesis
yeah,
abilities.
exactly. So like a teenager can experience like family conflict or pressure in school or college or whatever, identity struggles, hormonal changes, feeling powerless. A psychological explanation is that extreme conditions and emotions may be expressed indirectly and go somewhere else, and suddenly there's like, you know, this is where psychology becomes really interesting. That the humans are pattern-seeking creatures. If someone hears a bang, they might think, oh, it was a pipe, neighbor, animal, the wind.
But never did they expect it was Ken.
With a pipe hitting the neighbor.
No, I was just going bang
in the wind next to an animal. No. But if it happens multiple times, the brain starts searching for meanings. Something has to be doing this. It doesn't mean that people are lying. It just means that the human brain is designed to find causes behind events.
True.
Right? So extreme stress can change how people experience events. Examples of this would be hearing your name called when nobody spoke.
Now, I've had that happen to me a lot, and it's the creepiest.
I had that happen to me.
As a kid going through puberty, I had that happen to me a lot. Now that you mention it,
yeah.
Now that I start thinking back to when I happened to me the most, that's when it was.
I remember that myself.
But it was a particular house we were in. It didn't happen outside that house though. Interesting. In that same house, I did see figures walking around.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I woke up in the middle of the night. I had a chair sitting in like a lounge chair sitting in the corner of my room. There was someone sitting in it.
Yeah.
But I could see them. They were kind of glowing.
Is that the story you talked about in your episode? Or
no, I haven't really.
Now, was that the same chair that rocked as well?
No.
It
was just a lounge chair, and I saw this little. It was a man sitting there. It was kind of not a big burly man, but he was kind of glowing and gray colored, and just sitting there watching me.
Interesting. Now, remind me, was this the same house as the lady?
Nope.
That's interesting.
Different states too.
Wow.
Anyways,
interesting.
But that was the same house. I'd hear my name, and it was to a point where I would actually walk out. I was like, "What did you want?" Because it always sounded like the majority of the time sounded like my mom calling me.
Right. Yeah, I remember that as a kid too. I always remember, I remember my mom calling me and me calling my mom. She'd be like, "Hey, did you call me?" No. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So. Another big part of any ghost encounter, paranormal, whatever, are hoaxes.
Well, you kind of missed some of the other.
I did.
The other stream expresses because I kind of hijacked the first one.
That's fair. So misinterpreting sounds. So you think you hear something, which is a knock might sound like a voice in certain ways,
Then, in fact, that happened to me the other night. It was last night, now that I mentioned.
Ooh.
We were sitting at dinner, me, my wife, and my mother-in-law. We've had to move in with my mother-in-law
that's right.
to give her a hand.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, my wife and I turned to look at the far wall because we could have swore we just heard a voice. And we looked at each other because we thought we heard a male voice.
Yeah.
And we're looking around, and my mother-in-law, she doesn't have very good hearing, so she didn't notice. But then I got up and walked over, and it was just one of the dogs laying there.
Oh, right.
He made a noise. Sounded like a human man saying, "What? What?" It's exactly what it sounded like, but it sounded like it was standing right there, next to a clock that was hanging on the wall.
Interesting.
So that was misinterpreting sounds.
I won't go into much of this story, but I did hear. So when I was staying with friends in Oregon, and I asked them was it okay to say this, and they're like, "Yeah, you can say that." They said to me that they have a mimic in their house.
Okay.
And you may occasionally hear your voice. If there's no one in the room, you hear your voice, don't reply.
Okay. They say what had happened if you did?
I mean, it just usually don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's common sense. Don't reply
better not to give it.
So I was in their living room, and I suddenly heard Matt, like really, like it was a female voice, and it was my friend's voice. She was calling me, and I figured, I was like, huh, like someone calls you, you answer. There's no one there. I was just like, well, shit. I was like, oh.
I did not hear nothing.
But I didn't hear nothing after that, so it was interesting. But it was definitely weird to hear your voice being called into a room.
You imagine how much energy, because if you listen to like EVPs,
Yeah.
it seems like the spirit has to like really work hard to get up enough energy for it just to be heard on
I mean, that
an audio recorder. But yet, for it to be heard audibly, you think that would be a lot of energy.
Would it? I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
True.
We don't know. Yeah. I always wonder about that, about what energy costs in the paranormal realm, because maybe it might take a lot of energy, or maybe it doesn't take energy, but it takes like
gumption,
something,
some kind of like.
Maybe it takes us a ton of energy to hear it. Maybe that's why we're so burnt out. You know, I just didn't.
I'm here. I'm with you.
We
just don't know
other things. Remembering events differently after a repeated discussion. Now, I understand that like sometimes I have issues with memory a little bit because of a disability. So that would be more like a human thing, I think, personally. Or maybe just you're not paying attention when someone's talking to you.
I'm having the Mandela effect a lot more lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, the whole internet.
They tell like, it's like, no, that person died 10 years ago.
Sorry. It's not the internet. The world is changing. My brain is like internet. I'm like, no, the whole world.
No, it's just weird. It's like, no, that person. I remember that person dying 10 years ago. I watched the video and the newscast. And what do you mean they're still alive? Or they were till yesterday. That's happening to me a lot lately. But I guess I'm just getting to be an old man.
Well,
faulty memory.
No.
Or it's those bastards in Switzerland flicking on that CERN super collider thingamajig and drawing us into another alternate dimension in reality every time.
So many different dimensions. I don't think we'll ever find our dimension again.
Oh, you really think that we've jumped?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely believe in the multiverse.
Do you think it was CERN, or do you think it's just some outside force?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think, we need to look into CERN. We need to do an episode on the Hydro Collider.
I don't think I'm intelligent enough to do.
Oh, you are.
I don't know.
Yar.
I don't know.
Yar, matey.
Arr.
Other things are becoming more sensitive to normal household noises. A family experiencing fear can unintentionally create a feedback loop. When something strange happens, fear increases, and then everyone watches closely. Every unusual event becomes important, and fear increases further. So,
the one thing that I always love when people talk about experiences that they've had is the glass moving across the table.
Yeah.
And then you
I'd
look
love
at
to see that. I really would like to actually.
It's not that hard.
I know, because the moisture.
The moisture condensation. I've seen it in restaurants all the time, but everybody's like, and the glass moved.
I know, right? No, but one thing, like,
and when it flies off the table and hits somebody on the other side of the room, that's different.
Yeah. No, I think
like moving 4 inches on the table.
It, but it depends on the where. Like, if it's in your own house, like, no.
Okay, so you bring that up. I've been in ghost hunts and ghost investigations, and I've been to places that have made the TV shows about being incredibly haunted.
Yeah.
I have not yet been in a place that was experiencing poltergeist activity.
Right.
Poltergeist being in a room and all of a sudden, something flies off the shelf and misses your head and hits the wall and blows up in a billion pieces from the force. That kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
But yet you're like, I want to see it.
I know.
I want to be a part of that.
Interesting. Yeah, for sure.
In fact, I was told this experience. I read it in a book, and I've been trying to find corroboration because I'd really like to look into this one a little bit further. But it was, forgive me, because I didn't research this ahead of time to remember where it was at. But this police officer kept being called to this house because they were having poltergeist activity. Mm-hmm. And one day he comes in and it's raining in the living room.
Weird.
It's not a broken pipe.
Yeah.
It's just raining from everywhere.
Where was that?
And the cop was... I just said... I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
But I thought... First of all, you're a cop. You're not expecting to be called to a place and that's the call that you get. One.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like taken aback by that. But then just the fact that you're minding your own business, next thing you know, you're standing in a room where it's raining. That's just phenomenal how things can change without you even realizing.
Yeah.
One. But two, I would like to have been that cop to like experience that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
So anybody out there that's going through something like that or know this situation and it happens regularly, let us know because we want to go. We want to be there
Sure. And
and help investigate.
While it's raining, is it looking like it's coming through the roof?
It looked, from what I remember, it looked like it was coming.
Like the
from the
roof was
ceiling.
never here. Like the roof was never there. Like it was coming through because it wasn't pooling and then dropping.
No, it wasn't like a broken pipe. No,
Yeah.
it was like you were standing outside and there's rain falling everywhere
That's
evenly.
so crazy. That's so crazy.
In fact, he walked outside and put on his rain gear and came back inside to take a look around.
Everyone's looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No, I'm not going to get wet in the rainy house.
True. So as we're going to come to the end of this fourth episode of 2 episodes of the Poltergeist.
The Poltergeist that
Misinterpretation
never
is a
really-
big thing as well. Not
Yes.
everything is haunted.
I
Not
agree
everything
with
is-
that. I agree with
is
that. How
real.
many times have you gone into an investigation, especially you brought it up with the metal rake on the stone walls.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But modern houses have drywall.
Well, in America.
Okay, in America.
Yeah.
I'll give you that because I haven't ghost hunted really outside the United States. You never know what kind of rodent or something's gotten in behind that wall and it's making scratches.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are things that, the wall's being scratched on, that's automatically a ghost or a poltergeist.
Yeah. Like, for example, I want to try something real quick because we're in a different studio. I want to see if you can hear me scratching on the wall from your side of that.
Okay. So Matt has gone from this room and into the other room. Yeah, I can hear scratching. I don't think they can pick it up on the microphone, but I hear scratching. Yeah.
I really don't want to scratch that wall again. That was kind of fucked up.
So yes, I did hear you scratching on the wall.
Yeah. Was it loud? Or like did it sound like it was coming from inside the wall or just your side of the wall? Would you?
It was hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able
It was hard to tell.
So if
I knew you were going to ask me that when you came back, I probably would have listened a little bit closer. But
yeah,
I would say it sounded more like something on the other side of the wall than something that was inside the
I
wall.
want to try another experiment.
Okay.
Have it very clearly. I'm gonna try something. So, tell me what this sounds like.
Okay, so Matt's walked down to the other side of the wall. He's asked me to tell him what this sounds like. Hold on. Yeah, I hear that. That's it sounds something like more like something clawing at the wall.
Yeah.
But
it made me wonder if
it kind of makes me wonder if I could tell if it was coming from inside the wall or on the other side of the wall.
Well, my idea in my head was if you have a hanger on the shelf or something like that and it was broken or something and it starts sliding down,
okay,
would it sound like scratching or would it sound like a hanger?
But I think you also have to look into whether it's an outside facing wall or an inside the house.
Yeah,
because it could be a branch on a tree.
Let me go outside now.
And Matt has left the house and he's getting in his car and he's driving off. I am waiting to hear what sound he thinks I can hear from that distance.
My mic is kind of acting away. We'll fix that in a minute. We're at the end of the episode. So to finish off this episode, well, this part one, misinterpretations. Normal events can appear supernatural when people are frightened. That's a big
I'm
thing.
scared.
When you're terrified, everything is terrible.
Oh yeah, your senses
your
are
nerves
heightened.
are shot.
You think you're seeing things move. It's really the movement of your eyes are quicker.
Yeah, exactly. So normal. Okay. This brings us to the most famous poltergeist case of the modern area.
They just moved the headstones, man.
Because when investigators arrived,
house is clean.
At a small house in North London.
No. That took place in the suburbs here in the States.
Which?
The Poltergeist movie.
Oh yeah, I know, but
that's the most famous. That is the most famous Poltergeist story.
Well, for you
of the century
in Europe, I'd say, but this one.
Oh, you're talking about a real one.
What, you saying the Poltergeist wasn't real?
That was a documentary.
You stop hitting your siren, for God's sake. I'm trying to do a podcast here.
No, the Poltergeist movie was a documentary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, I will post.
It was made by Steven Spielberg.
I will. So you're saying something made by Steven Spielberg should be taken with a grain of salt, other than say, what was that one guy that does all the PBS documentaries?
Oh no, I mean, it was a real life story.
Yeah, okay.
I think, I don't know.
No, so and then when we post this episode onto the website, I will also in the show gallery put up pictures of what the Poltergeist house looks like today.
That's
because
cool.
I moved to Simi Valley, and that's where the Poltergeist house is.
That's so crazy, isn't it?
And you thought that house spun around and evaporated and poof was gone.
Yeah,
it's still there.
Still there.
It's still there.
They lied in the documentary.
Either that or it was insurance fraud. I don't know.
Now so here's the thing. In that story, the whole point of everything was it was built on native land. So
they explored that more in the second movie. The first movie was they built the contractor. It was a thing about greed, where the contractors and the property owner was so greedy that they built this huge suburban development on an old cemetery. Yeah, and instead of moving the cemetery, they just moved the headstones, and so all these spirits of dead people were angry.
True,
that's what kind of led to the story of the Poltergeist.
Fair. So,
spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah. So the small house in North London, they found almost every element was that we've discussed: a family under stress, children at the center, physical disturbances, witnesses, recordings, and a debate that continues nearly 50 years later. Ooh. So we'll get into the Enfield Poltergeist next episode.
Nice.
Because we have a little bit of information on it. And hopefully, I really want to try and get some sounds from Janet and... What was your kid's name again? Janet and Margaret.
Damn it, Janet.
I know, right? And hopefully we can get some pictures on the website as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a famous photo from the Enfield Poltergeist of one of the girls allegedly being thrown across the room in her bedroom.
Yeah. But it's definitely a one that I love this subject.
Oh yeah, and I say this with a grain of salt. It's not that I would be like, let me in, then I got to see it. Be like, okay, let's go see the Poltergeist, because
I don't know,
it's scary.
Yeah, it would be, but
the thing's just you can't tell me you'd be standing in a room, and out of nowhere, the coin jar on the mantle that's probably at 50 pounds by itself comes flying off there towards your head, and it explodes into a billion pieces on the other side of the wall. That wouldn't scare the crap out of you and make you hesitant to want to walk in there?
I don't know.
Oh, see, that's the same
way.
I don't know,
because I want to investigate it. I want
to see it.
I want to know why it flew across the room.
I don't want it to come near my head.
Yeah, well, that's true. You don't want to die or anything, but I think I'd investigate.
And I'm also kind of skeptical of videos you see on the internet where the camera is pointing down a hallway and all of a sudden something comes flying from one end to the other and you can't see where it originated from. Like, nobody saw Uncle Sam or in the corner there throwing it across the room.
The fishing wire that's attached to the chairs and mirrors.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's very easy to fake.
Those are kind of really fun videos to look at, but I don't give those.
We done something years ago for fun when we were in a paranormal team, and we got some wire. I don't even know if it's on the internet anymore. And we got some wire and we put it around things so it wasn't obvious.
Okay.
And whatever way it went, it was like, instead of something going this way, it went this way when you pulled it this way. So
instead of going left, it went
suddenly
right.
The toaster just moved across the counter, and it was so weird. It was cool. It's easy to do though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the closest thing I've come to a poltergeist experience, and I think I've mentioned this experience on the show before, but my best friend and I at the time in high school, junior high actually.
Yeah.
We decided we were going to put on a fake seance.
Oh yeah.
And so we rigged he had a large room, and so we rigged it with fishing line and stuff.
Yeah.
That while he and I were conducting the seance, the people we invited, our friends that we invited over, would be sitting there and seeing things moving and stuff, but we would be controlling like all the wires with our feet under the table.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting.
And so one of the things was we had our back to this. He and I would have our back to this rocking chair that he's had in his room forever.
Yeah.
And everybody, we would position it so that all of our friends would be sitting there looking at us where they could see the rocking chair.
Yeah.
And we had it so that we move our foot, that rocking chair would slide across the room. And then you move your other foot on a different wire.
Yeah.
And it quickly would turn and face the table and start rocking. As you're moving your foot back and forth.
Yeah.
And we knew how it was happening. We knew he was doing it or I would be doing it. And it would still freak us out watching it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we were getting this, and then during this whole time, we're conditioning our friends, like telling them, "Oh man, we were over after school, and then such and such happened, or this picture flew from the wall and landed on the bed, or we were starting to get our friends psyched up for it to do this. So here we are. We even gave the entity a name. It was Gideon, and we were getting it all.
Gideon's Island.
We were getting it all. Everybody hyped. We were getting the final touches done to the room. We even had a mirror where these two little red LEDs would light up behind the mirror.
Cool.
And I mean everything. We even had it to where we were going to take a break and bring in glasses, and one of us had vinegar in our glass, and we had coated the bottom of a tray really finely with baking powder.
Oh yeah.
So when you knock it over, it's
and
stuff. So we were putting a lot of work and effort into this. So one of the things we were also going to do, his dad was going to run outside.
Yeah.
And just run down the wall, as hard as he could his dad was really, really strong.
Yeah.
And he would have knocked. I mean, he was gonna sound like the wall was gonna come down. So anyway, about a week before we were doing this, we were sitting in this room, and at this point, we're not even working on it. We're just sitting around talking, and not really loud, but down the wall, you hear boom, 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 and we're like, "Did you hear that?" And then it go. Boom, 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 boom. And we were like, what is that? Someone's got to be screwing with us. So we ran outside, nobody there. We were running into his living room, and his dad's sitting there drinking a beer. He hadn't gotten up. You could tell he hadn't been up out of that chair for a while. And it freaked us out. Like, maybe we opened the door somewhere.
Yeah.
And so we actually chickened out and didn't do it. But
that's cool.
It would have been. It was. But anyway, a long story just to get to the closest thing I've been to a poltergeist is the banging on the wall.
That's fair.
Which could have been one of our friends freaking us out too.
Well, that's true. I don't know if I could. Have I ever experienced poltergeist activity? I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Not. I don't think so.
I don't know what it was. It could have been a branch hitting the wall, for I know, but there were no trees.
Excuse me.
No trees around the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was weird.
Interesting. All right, let's leave it there, Ken. And next week we'll be back with part 2.
Part 2.
We have so much more to talk about.
Is it going to be right there where we left it?
Exactly.
Exactly right there.
Exactly right there.
1 week later, it'll still be right
exactly right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Okay.
Where you keep pointing to.
I'm gonna see
This exact square in time and space
is where it'll be next week.
Where it'll be next week.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice. We'll see.
Ken.
That's been part 1 of the Poltergeist.
Part 1 of the Poltergeist.
This podcast is clean.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Alien Soda Company.
And the Alien Soda Company thanks you. Speaking of the Alien Soda Company, yes. I just want to throw out everyone. So one of our biggest seller in the store is we do flag shirts.
Cool.
And we have 250, almost 300 flag shirts from different countries, states, villages, provinces, whatever, kingdoms. And during the World Cup, sales were phenomenal. We want to thank everybody that came to our store to get their merch for the World Cup viewings. Some of the shirts we made were actually at the World Cup final,
nice,
semifinals, and quarterfinals.
Very cool.
So thanks to everyone listening that if you bought a shirt and went out to the World Cup that was just recently held, I appreciate it. Alien
Very
Soda
cool.
Company appreciates it, and it's continued business like that will get us to a booth
Nice.
at the next Roswell UFO event for the 80th anniversary.
Awesome.
First weekend in July of 2027. Nice. You can see us there.
All right, sounds good. So don't forget to go to phantomjourneyspodcast.com.
Nope, just phantomjourneys.com.
Sorry, my brain. Go to phantomjourneys.com and pick yourself up some merch. Find some cool stuff. You can also find links to this Alien Soda Company the Alien Soda Company if you want to find some extra cool things and shirts,
posters.
Exactly.
The Alien Soda Company just released its 8 poster series for cryptids.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave it there, and next week
it's right there. I still see it.
Exactly,
it's right
guys
there
and girls
space.
and everyone else in between. We love you.
Aww.
You. I know.
Okay, I love you too.
Aww. Alrighty, so until next week, Ken.
This has been Ken.
And this has been Matt.
And you've been listening to
the Phantom Journeys Podcast.
You can help support this show by buying something from our merch store. T-shirts, posters, and more. Help keep the paranormal content coming into your ear holes. Use the coupon code GRIM, GRIM, for a special listener discount. This has been the Phantom Journeys Podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily the views of our sponsors or producers, living or dead. I'm Grim, your local Reaper. Be a part of the show and send me, Grim, your hunky Grim Reaper, your experiences with ghosts, aliens, monsters, or even with me, Grim. We are looking for real experiences. You can send us an email through our website at phantomjourneys.com. If you survive,